Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back to our Candyman franchise review.
And behind the scenes as well, apparently.
Yes.
This is Candyman 3 or Candyman Day of the Dead, or maybe both. I don't know. This one says Candyman 3 in the poster. However, the DVDs and Blu-rays that came out, I think most of them just say Day of the Dead and not 3 on it. So I don't know. This franchise can decide what it wants to do. But yes, this is the third movie. So
yes.
Yeah. This one picks up after just 20 something years.
It's set in 2020. We found out.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be in the future.
That's so set during COVID.
Apparently.
Apparently, but nobody's wearing a face mask.
Set during freaking pandemic. Beginning of the pandemic.
I know. Candyman just visits and starts killing everyone.
Well, this is.
Maybe he started COVID. No, I'm kidding. Candyman. Because it's set in 2020.
Okay, shut up. Okay, thank you for that. But yes, this takes place in a 2020.
2020.
And it's Annie's daughter all grown up. It's his great granddaughter, Caroline.
Caroline
is the main character in
the
this
second
movie.
one.
And now she's played by Dawn D'Errico, who is
from
Baywatch. Or Babe Watch.
Babe Watch.
Yeah, because that's really what this movie is watching Babe the entire time, being like hit on by all these different dudes in this movie.
Yeah, she's literally hit on by every single character in this movie.
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous.
This movie is so...
And the music makes it sound like a soft porno.
Because a lot of people bashed the second one, and after watching the second one, I was like, maybe people were being too harsh on this one too. I don't know if they were about this one, actually.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were about the second one, and the second one was amazing, so I was like, well, then the third one's actually pretty good. It was not. This movie was actually, this one was all the hype that I heard about being bad. So, this is definitely probably the worst Candyman movie that exists.
Yeah, sorry.
Which is sad because Tony Todd's in this one and gives it his all.
Yeah, he gives it his all.
And a lot of the other cast, we do have the actor Rod Lane. He played Rod Lane from Nightmare on Elm Street, who has a brief cameo in this movie too.
His name was Nick Corey.
And he also was alright, I guess. He's alright, but a lot of the cast of this movie is just not good. Aside from Tony Todd and maybe one or two other actors, this movie is a pretty bad cast. Pretty bad right up as a script, and kind of just and tries to remind you that this movie is set around Day of the Dead, like forcibly, like by people mentioning it like maybe 3 or 4 times. Like, it's not really well incorporated. Like, they try to bring it, they like at one point, it almost the most forced way possible, bring up how like it's about like this, like after she's sleeping with this guy, like, oh well, family jet, and then they explain what Day of the Dead is, and she just doesn't know the history of it at all. She's just she talks about it, but she doesn't understand what it's, okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, this movie just feels so forced and awkward in so many ways.
So long story short, she doesn't believe in Candyman.
No, and there's this art museum.
It haunted her mother for years, and apparently Annie, Kelly Rowan from the second one, is her mom.
And she died in between the 2 movies.
She's played by a different actress in this movie.
Yes, it was made for TV.
Yes, but she apparently called upon Candyman, and Candyman slit her throat, making it look like a suicide.
Yes.
So she blames, Candyman for her mom's death, and she just doesn't believe in it. Well, then one day at an art gallery, she's a painter, and
she's talking, and they're talking about the paintings done by Daniel Robitaille, about his lover that he had, and the whole story of who he was, and Candyman.
So long story short,
she says she doesn't believe, and
she says she doesn't believe. She calls Candyman 5 times at the gallery.
Because they beg her to again, and she does. And
and the gallery owner and his girlfriend.
And it seems like nothing happens. And then there's this guy who is a fake Candyman who comes up as a lunatic to try to scare everyone.
Yes, I forgot about that. That's Rod Lane from Nightmare on Elm Street.
He's
like, it's just a joke.
He's like, Candyman's gonna come and get you, and it looks really realistic, and then later you find out he's not. He's playing a lunatic. He's not actually a lunatic.
Long story short, the art gallery owner and his girlfriend die. Because Candyman shows up.
And he keeps on showing up. So eventually, after that, she does see him in the subway. He appears to her. And he's like, believe in me, doubt my reality, my existence, believe in me. And then after the bodies are found by her, the two bodies we were just mentioning, in blood was written "believe" on the wall, and she's screaming, and
they make it look like some gang did it, which you find out that it was some kind of gang that robbed the gallery.
Well, there is a gang involved in this. But there also is Candyman.
But long story short, she doesn't believe in Candyman, and he starts haunting her. He kills her best friend.
Yes.
Right in front of her. And then she ends up being kidnapped by the gang.
Oh yeah, this was really weird. There's
towards the end.
There's a weird gang
that worships Candyman.
Only because they found out him in the museum, I believe, too.
Yeah.
And they we can feel his pain. We didn't know what pain he went through. Now we can feel his pain and a bunch of other...
Yeah, I'm skipping over a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. You don't need to know.
This movie's a mess.
This movie's a mess.
Really, a mess. It's basically like more of the same illusions of Candyman. And there's also, they steal a lot of things from the first movies, but do it like worse. Like there's that thing like where she gets arrested because they think she's blamed for the murders. They start to do what they did to Helen in the original movie. They're like, oh, you must be doing this, so we're gonna put you under arrest. And
they call on Candyman.
And then she calls him in the mirror, and then they got him in the car, which is a little bit different. But yeah, similar stuff happens with that.
Yeah. But anyways, this gang at the end.
Yeah,
they call upon Candyman 5 times, and they're like, "Whoa, dude, you're Candyman."
Yeah, and then he's like, believe, and he kills them, and then
he kills them all.
Yeah, he kills them all.
Upped his body.
If you haven't noticed, the only thing about this movie that's really the savior in this movie is Tony Todd.
Yeah. This
movie also just think in a lot of ways is cringy and embarrassing and like very sexualized. Like
yes.
Like everyone
talks about how
it
was made for HBO.
There's a lot of like characters that keep on mentioning how hot Caroline is.
Yes.
Because and honestly, I was waiting for some sort of like, and they're gonna show everything. They didn't, which not that I needed to, but I just thought they were gonna do that because they did it with like other characters in this movie where they show like
they did it with
basically
her mom.
They do it.
They do it with her mom. They do it. She's bleeding from her neck.
There's nude on this movie, so I think they almost made something they were gonna make Caroline nude, and they didn't. They also made this guy that the museum curator was sleeping with nude, and yeah, this movie just is.
Yeah, just.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
It's bad.
It's originally an HBO release. I don't know if it's still on HBO.
I mean, there's some decent like a dialogue by Candyman, but it's not as good as it was in the first two. And again, it's a lot of him just saying, believe in me.
But yeah, real quick, the way she kills him in this one, or gets rid of him, is by ripping his portrait.
Well, so before that, we have to discuss with the audience.
We don't have time.
Well, real quickly, there's this, the guy she's dating, is talking about how you need to kill him with his weakness, which is, what is it again? I don't know.
His portrait?
No, not his portrait. They're talking about how it's like his good cannot defeat good without... Wait, what was it? There cannot be good without bad. And then she interprets that. And then she interprets that as the painting was his good, so she has to kill his good. Yeah, it's really random. She has to kill the good, I guess, which is the painting for some reason.
Yeah.
And then burns it, and then he burns. It was really random.
And he burns.
There's no sense of this movie and no logic.
No sense at all. So, yeah. I'm so sorry. This is the last we'll see of Tony Todd.
Well, not really. We do see him briefly in the next one, but not much.
Not much.
Anyhow, that was it.
Stay tuned for Candyman, the requel.
Like and follow for more, and watch the last movie. This one was a mess.
This one was a complete mess.
Did not like it. 0.
0.
Bye.
Bye.